With a late night musing, playing some Ultimate Alliance 2 on the PS4. And today's late night topic is, why does modern comic book speculation suck? Now, if you're not a comic book nerd, collector, reader, well, mainly a collector, who has been collecting at least for 20-25 years, then this subject will probably go right over your head. Probably won't even appeal to you whatsoever, you know, at all, because yeah, comic books for the last, I would say, ever since the Marvel Now era, which is probably around 2014, have sucked. Have sucked pretty bad. Now, superhero movies have been good, but the actual source material that they're based off of has been bad. That's due to Disney buying up Marvel Comics, buying up Star Wars, and, you know, people working at Marvel don't know what the fuck they're doing, turning Marvel into a lifestyle brand, trying to appeal to a fan base that never really read comics to begin with. Now, I can understand, you know, Marvel's trying to tap into that MCU fan base, which is made up of a bunch of normies. You know, people who never really read comic books, but, like superheroes. You know, people like going to movies. You know, people like, case of Iron Man, they like Tony Stark, but it's not like they like Tony Stark. They like Robert Downey Jr. playing Tony Stark. Or in the case of Spider-Man, they like seeing Tom Holland play Spider-Man. Or in the case of Nick Fury, the original Nick Fury, who was white, but in MCU, he's Samuel Jackson Nick Fury. So, yeah, the MCU is just entertaining, but false representation of what goes on in the actual source material in the comics. A lot of, you know, bad hires as far as creators, the artists and writers shitting on the fans, have made comics a shell of their former selves. And sadly, it only took them like 7 years to do it, to almost destroy the comic industry. Now, that's not to say they will stop making comic books, but comic books are no longer as profitable and sell as many copies as they used to. Granted, there's some people who try to make that seem like that's not the case, but manga is outselling comic books. And people are like, isn't manga comic books? It's like, manga is a whole different industry, and they don't sell floppies, they sell actual books. You know, digest size, you know, size comic books, aka like graphic novel types. You're getting between 80 to 200 pages worth of story. In American comic book, you're lucky if you're getting 20 drawn pages in an American comic book. So it used to be 30, and then it went down to 28. Now it's between 26 and 24 pages of actual, you know, comic book story you're getting in an American comic book. So yeah, there is a lot of things wrong with the comic book industry. Now, how does that relate to comic book spec, and why did I bring up the movies? Well, because everybody's into the movies, a lot of, since like I said, the movies are based on the source material, so a lot of collectors, they want to collect the first appearance of certain characters, of certain villains that are in the MCU, and those comics went up to crazy high prices in 2020, since everybody had to stay home, stay quarantined. A lot of people flocked to hobbies, you know, geek hobbies. The sports card market blew up. Pokemon card collector game blew up. Video games blew up in value. Toys blew up in value. It was like, even I'm an artist, and even the cost of art supplies tripled in price. It was nuts. 2020 was nuts, especially when it came to geek related hobbies. Now, if you're a seller, you made out like a bandit. If you were a collector, your ass was broke. But then again, we were getting that government check, you know, that the stimulus checks. And I admit, 2020 was good for me. 2020 was a bad year, but as far as money-wise, 2020 wasn't an issue for me. Since people had a lot of disposable income, a lot of people were commissioning me to do art. So I was making money doing commissions. I was getting that free government money. And also I was getting unemployment on the side, even though I'm self-employed. So I was just bathing myself in money for all of 2020. You know, 2020 financially, I was good. I barely left the house. Didn't spend a lot of money. I did end up collecting shit that I shouldn't have. Like, looking back on it, I did buy some comic books. I tried to get into the spec game, but a lot of it I was priced out of. But I did buy some collections that I end up reselling and making, you know, double and triple what I spent my money on, because that's how crazy 2020 was. What made modern day spec nuts was the fact that like, for example, like WandaVision came out, and, you know, her first appearance shot up. Even, you know, speculation on certain characters in the show, or just Easter eggs in the show, would cause certain comics to go up in money. Like, her two kids, I guess, were in WandaVision, so people started, the price of Young Avengers' first appearance of Wiccan and this other character went up because those are her kids in the comics. And it was nuts, and the prices were shooting not up to like $20 to $50. You're looking at hundreds of dollars in some cases, like with some books, thousands of dollars. In the case of Miles Morales, you know, first appearance, Ultimate Fallout #4, you're looking at a book, if you get it graded, could shoot up to like $45,000. Yeah, we're talking big money. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars. It was nuts. But what made it goofy to me, the whole spec thing, was people were specking on these books that I knew, because I've been collecting comic books for like over 30 years, that I knew the spec would not hold at all. And you had all these key collector, comic book collecting apps that were basically created, that were pushed by comic book store owners who had YouTube channels. So it was a way for these people to advertise their store and to sell product, but at the same time kind of manipulating the comic book market as a whole and value of these books. And people started treating comic book collecting as an investment. I think that's what irked me the most, was comic book collecting became an investment for most of 2020. It still kind of continues now. You got a lot of wannabe collectors, wannabe/investors/collectors. And it's really annoying. As an old school collectors who created in the speculation period during the 90s, like I said, this has happened before. The speculation game has happened before, and it almost ruined the comic book industry. You know, there was a lot of books that weren't selling after the boom happened. It was a comic book boom, and then after that it was a bust. And not soon after that, Marvel Comics went bankrupt. And, you know, things were bad. So the lesson learned was, I also think Marvel was doing a lot of crappy investments. I was reading this book on the side, you know, making deals with Toy Biz and toy companies and card companies that Marvel ended up investing too much money on, that bit them in the ass as well. Marvel even licensed out Spider-Man and X-Men to Fox, well, the Sony and Fox, well, Fantastic Four and the X-Men to Fox, and they licensed Spider-Man to Sony, to the point where you know, Marvel has to get Sony's permission to use Spider-Man in Marvel movies. And Marvel even tried to, they canceled the Fantastic Four, and they even tried to make the X-Men look bad as a comic book property to, you know, weaken the you know, the IP, so that, you know, Fox couldn't fully profit off of it, which is why Marvel was really pushing the Inhuman comics, you know, back, you know, 5 or 6 years ago. X-Men was pretty much, they were trying to replace X-Men with the Inhumans. And so spec right now, it's like it really does not hold. It's like if you watch one YouTube I watch is JP's Budget Collecting, and he goes over, you know, the comics that were hot 6 months ago to what they are now, and majority of the comics and books that were hot 6 months ago, they went down in value. I'm like, they went down like 30, 50 to hundreds of dollars. And it's it just proves that people are rushing out, spending these monies on these books, and the values don't hold. But after a while, I started to figure out that right now it's a seller's market. So there's a lot of people, you know, you got to jump on it. You got to jump on a hot book as soon as it happens, and then you got to sell it. You know, that's what they do. That's how it is. And Sally, it's like, because of that whole mentality, it's hurting the stability of the secondary market, because it's gonna scare people out the hobby, especially if it's pricing out people from getting certain books, certain titles, and collecting. You're gonna price people out the hobby. Another thing that annoys me is like you have like certain comics that'll get spec'd on because of a movie or a show coming out. And but basically this comic or show had a movie or show that came out years ago, like decades ago, and their comics never shot up in value as to what they're going for now. Like Toxic Avengers, a perfect example. But then again, the comic book didn't come out till after the movie.
Let's find that power source.
But I think this game came out, what, 2008, 2009? And I think comic books were steady at the time. I think this came out after Civil War, around Secret Invasion. I think Secret Invasion was coming out. You know, Marvel was starting to do their House of M and stuff, storylines. And did I level up yet? Did I level up? Let me see. Okay, I did level up. Yeah, you gotta level up in this game. You do not want to be a weak ass. Plus, I'm playing on Legendary. Alright, do I have a boost yet? Could have sworn I found a boost. No boost. Level up Wolverine. Get those pips. Pips, yo. Wait, I thought I started a new playthrough. Why I got all these pips? I is confused. Maybe it's like almost a new game plus kind of thing. But I don't have no boost, so I am starting from square one, but it looks like wait, let me push start. Let's see what my team is at right now. Oh, he's level 30. Why am I starting out at level 30? Are all my heroes level 30? Well, Spider-Man's 29. Interesting. I started a new gameplay on Legendary and they start me out at level 30. Oh, don't have enough. Oh no, I gotta make a decision when I get to the Civil War part of the game. Dash, rope defense. Give me that shield throw. Yeah, give me that shield throw. Yeah, modern comedy spec, it never holds. It's just an immediate cash grab for wannabe comic book investors. We got a lot of new people jumping into the hobby, but they're not in it, you know, as a hobby. They're just in it to profit off the hobby, which kind of. So we got all these fake comic book fans. That's what I put it. People are like, oh, because of their feelings, they don't want to be referred to as fake comic book fans, but for the most part, they are. Because not many of these dudes are reading the shit they're buying. You know, they got their little key collector app, and they're like, oh, this book is hot. I better get it. That way I can sit on it, see how much the value is, or decide to, you know, just sell it once they get it, buy it at a low price, half of what it's going for, and then sell it at full price at least is the way to go. Man, we're gonna be OP facing fucking Electro. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I'm going the right way. There's my first boost. There it is. But yeah, I don't know. I think almost spec pretty much died after a while, especially when Wizard magazine wasn't being published anymore. Because that's what was fooling the spec of the 90s was Wizard magazine. You had a couple of other magazines, but really what people were running to get spec info was really Wizard magazine. You had other magazines had Hat or Not, but Wizard had a price guide in it. And quite a few stores based the values of their books on Wizard magazine. And but at least back then, when it came to spec, I would have to say spec held a lot longer in the 90s. For certain hot books, you would see like a monthly top 10, and certain books would be on that list for like months. But it's like books nowadays, it's like after about a week or so, you know, they're already a done deal as far as maximizing their value. That was nice. Green leveled up. But yeah, spec just seemed to held a lot longer. It also seems just people also collected books for the long term, as far as like they would buy a book and they were willing to sit on it for years, you know, not just like because a show came out or something like that. It was because the character was relevant as far as pop culture and as far as, you know, the characters being good in the comic and shit like that. So it was like it wasn't just like something that it wasn't just a cash grab. Granted, even back then I had a hot book But I would usually hold on to my hot books. Like, I would wait for them to be worth at least 50 to 100 bucks or so before I would try to, you know, sell them or cash out on them. Like, perfect example was like the first Lady Death comic. I bought it cover price and about a good, I held on to that book for about 2 months. Right when its value reached about $80, I sold it to a comic book shop for like 50. Because it was cash, not credit, so they didn't give me the full value price because, you know, they got to sell it and make the profit. And I wish these Russian bots would stop commenting on my channel. If you guys see the little Russian bot things in my comments, do not click on them. Also, Russian bot was the one filing all those fucking copyright claims on my channel. False copyright claims. Electro Comics, in the comics is a white guy. In the Amazing Spider-Man movies, he uses Jamie Foxx, black guy. Yeah, Marvel and their diversity. It's Spider-Man. There he is. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Okay, got him. I'm surprised Electro isn't doing his ow. Okay, now he's gonna do it. There we go. He got to hit himself. He's almost dead. He's dead now. Boom. Oh, I enjoy playing this game. I did play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Graphically, pretty game. Has a really good roster. Gameplay wise, for some reason it just felt a lot more shallow than this game. A lot more shallow. This game, my issue with this game was it was too short. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Pretty lengthy game. But the way they have their whole leveling up and building up your character system was just weird. I think the funny thing was some of the comics that were heavily spec'd on was Something Was Killing the Children. That was the darling book of 2020 and for a good chunk of 2021, but after the summer of 2021 it fell off. Like I said, in the 90s I did a lot of collecting. When a hot book got to around its 15th issue, 15th or 20th issue, its value started to fall off drastically. Something Coming to the Children is variant covers between like I think 1 and 10, which at its hottest. Book was selling out in stores, but then again, my local stores, they under-ordered the book on purpose. How many people were like asking for it or looking for it? And then once the Buzz store got the buzz, they started to order it in stores. That book went down. A lot of Star Wars comics were down when people were paying crazy money for Star Wars comics. Variant covers, they never hold their crazy value starting out. They drop off hard. All the MCU spec for the last year and a half just fell flat. Like none of this stuff really holds. The only thing that holds is like Bronze and Silver Age spec, because those comics coming in are usually worth money, but the spec market just triples and doubles their value. But the value of those books were already, worth money. They were already considered, top books, key books to buy. Key books are books that have character first appearances, mark certain events, that whole comic book and pop culture relevance in comic books. It's like I barely use Wolverine in this game because that just feels like it's cheating. Yep, they're holding shields. I'm here to dance. I'm here to kill shit. They're killing shit hella fast. That's because they started out at level 30. Dang, well, it's taking you a lot to cut up on these boxes. It's like, sadly, it's like I only have a couple of friends like my age who are like hardcore comic book collectors. So most of the people I know are mostly like casual readers, or they just love the MCU. So it's hard having these kind of discussions with them without sounding like a hater to them, because they're like, oh my god, you're just hating. Why can't you just have fun and enjoy what it is? I said, well, that's because I actually know and love the source material. It's like, I could see if I had no idea or loved the source material or the comic medium, and then, you know, whatever. I said, but, you know, since I know the source material, collect it, read it, a part of the community, that it just feels like whatever y'all doing, what y'all love of the medium is just fake. You just like it because it's the cool thing to do. It gives you stuff to talk about with other normies. Shoot, my main character in this game is Psylocke. Love me some Psylocke. I am a diehard Psylocke fanboy. Got a lot of Psylocke action figures. I got her first appearance. Her first Asian Psylocke appearance. Just love me some Psylocke. Diehard Psylocke fanboy. And they put her in this game as DLC. Sadly, I can't get that on disc. I have to be content with having it as a downloadable game. Good Lord, where's Tony Stark when you need him? There we go. He said you got the stinking loser on you. Nowadays, that kind of saying would be considered offensive. These suckers keep coming. It's kind of hard to do because they are attacking the person controlling the character. They're attacking the character you control. So Wolverine's getting murdered right now, even though his healing factor is clicking in.
Alright, after this elevator, it's almost a straight shot right to Von Bardis' front door. They know we're coming. We'll get a bit hairy. You're on it. Let's just say I got a message for the Prime Minister. Something you just can't say over the phone. Now you don't need any more detail than that. Let's quit the jibber jabber and get this job done already.
Well, you started jibber jabbering.
Oh, now you're gonna hurt my feelings. Time to move on, ladies. Go on.
Ah, the good old days.
This wall leads to the castle gates.
Yep, now I'm feeling old, because now I can actually say the good old days. Pick it up. Okay, definitely gonna have to trip that. There we go. Got another badge thingamajigger. I think you can unlock one more outfit per character in this game. Can't go up there. Let me go down here first. There we go. The reason I'm doing this because you just move faster. Until I play this game a lot. A lot. Dang, Cap. How are you hurt so bad? Can I control the shield like before? Yeah, I can control the shield. I will say I did enjoy the recent Spider-Man movie. It's probably the best Spider-Man movie out of all the Spider-Man movies, in my opinion. And I have seen all the Spider-Man movies. Yeah, it started out as your typical MCU kind of movie, but then about after halfway through it, it became a really good movie. It became all fan service, especially if you've seen all the Spider-Man movies, even the shitty Amazing Spider-Man movies. Yes, I said those movies were shitty. I did not like Garfield's interpretation of Peter Parker. Yeah, he was a little bit of a wisecracker, but he was also kind of emo. And they even made jokes about that in the movie, which I thought was cool and funny. There we go, gotta get that Captain America defense. That was fun. Yeah, these games played more like a beat 'em up. Graphically, way better than the first game, but I think the first game was longer, a little bit more level, a little bit more levels, had a little bit more challenge. You tell him, Cap. I must have healed. Ow. That's not what I wanted to do. Wrong one. Wrong one. I wish his shield did like a knockdown. But now they kind of nerfed it this season. I admit, in the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, I mean, first World Ultimate Alliance, his shield was pretty OP. Man, you need to do something because you were getting wrecked, Cap. I just wasted it. Should have saved it for later. Ow.
More supervillain tourists, huh? Let's get them.
Cap is getting his ass kicked. That was Wolverine. Let's switch to Wolverine. Oh, Wolverine's dead. Damn, Wolverine's dead. There we go. I had to bring him back. Oh, now Iron Man's dead. We are getting our asses handed to us. Oh, wow. We are getting our asses kicked. Okay, let's get rid of these things. These things are fucking us up right now. Yeah, legendary's no joke. There we go. Needed that. Oh wow, Wolverine's dead. Okay, Spider-Man's dead. I don't think Wolverine's gonna make it. Yep. Wow, this game, well, Legendary is a challenge. Enemies do a lot more damage. No wonder they started you at level 30. I also feel why another reason why modern day spec is trash is because a lot of books that are worth money, in my opinion, should not be worth money.
Super fun tourists, huh? Let's get 'em.
Spider-Man.
Wizard shield. Focus on Scorcher.
We gotta kill these fuckers fast. Got it.
Fear not, Scorcher. Let the wizard show you how to handle these medicine.
Where's he at? There we go. Got him. Gotta kill fools quick. I was too busy trying to play with my food. That's what cost me. Wolverine be melting light bars. There we go. Made things harder than I should have.
These doors are activated to Wizard's tunnels, but he's out cold. Maybe we can power him up manually with some repulsor fire.
Oh.
Lucia, we're home.
Good news is that 7 pounds I gained during Christmas holidays, I lost under 230 pounds, 229.
Here we go again.
Cause I think I was around 227, 226 before the holidays. Goal is to get down to 200 pounds. Do I finally get to pick my party now? Yeah, I finally get to pick my team. Never used cable. But definitely gonna have Psylocke. There's my girl. Girl details. Gotta level her up. Give her the shadow technique. Since she never chose a side, she gets access to all her passives. I wanted to get all the critical damage. They wouldn't give it to me. Triple strike hit foes with a series of painful slashes. So mental bolts. I'm gonna need that. Gonna have that butterfly kick. Can I change her outfit? Yeah, I can. Juggernaut. Juggernaut, yatch. I guess I'll bring in Iceman to get some, elemental damage. What kind of costume does he have? Oh, yeah, that one. But, hero details. So he picked the side, so oops. Spin to win. Supreme Might, Destructive Gale, Mystic Mastery, Pervious Body, Armor Fist, Crimson Armor. Alright, I think I can still level up Wolverine. Yeah, that move was doing the most damage. Oh, no wonder I wasn't healing fast enough. Yeah, put it all on that healing factor. 16 extra hit point every 4.5 seconds. Still kinda slow. I guess they just wanted to balance it out. What does Juggernaut's other costume look like? Ooh, that's weird. Strike improving melee damage. Oh yeah, because I got a lot of melee characters. Go with that for now.
We're stuck out here, Bravo. Taking down our shield projectors so we can get in.
Excuse me.
Hibernation. Like it?
I wish she was a playable character in this game.
Too cold for you?
Damn, Iceman's criticals are no joke. Oh, these guys.
The Iceman coming and kicking your butt. No penalty for icing. Okay, now that's cool.
Yeah, Iceman's pretty good. It's still that stamina. Yes, you can destroy these statues. And Iceman got excellent crowd control. I'm getting wrecked right now. Mm. Bust the save. I got so many different save games, it's ridiculous. This Iceman got his ice slide, yeah he does. Cool. Gotta get all the crystals so you can unlock Jean Grey and Hulk. Oh yeah, you gotta unlock Thor.
The woman they elected as prime minister was as unlikely a choice as the Lord.
Fastball special from the Juggernaut. else up here?
Take that elevator down. I'll monitor you remotely.
Yep, back when Black Widow had a Russian accent.
This place is going down, along with your little operation. Should help deter anyone thinking along the same lines.
So much for your president's friendly words to me. Or does he even know you're here?
You got a simple choice, Toots. Either come with us
Toots. Got her toots.
turn this place into a big pile of buried bricks.
You'll pay for this, Nicholas Fury. I promise you that. Take it out.
Got her toots.
Fury will have some fun. Head to the reactor room. It's time to bring this cat down. Where should be your head? Stay out of my workshop.
I can do this myself.
Right. Yeah, we gotta kill these fuckers first. And rocket launchers bastards are a pain in the ass.
What a bloody idiot.
You're just wrecking your lab, buddy. Yep.
We've identified 3 heavy capacitors below. Destroying their blocks will allow us to set a cascade explosion.
Yeah, Charlotte melee damage is really, really good.
Any doubt.
Remember in the PS2 version of the game, I made Psylocke fucking godlike. The Spider-Man was just untouchable once you maxed out his spider sense, he wouldn't get hit like half the time, which made him OP. And usually the last one standing. Okay, where I gotta get out of here? There we go. Okay, where's my dudes at? Where are y'all at? There y'all at. Actually, we're doing pretty well. Jugs. Yeah, you gotta fight these dudes one at a time. Oh my gosh, he just murdered that guy. Yeah, her damage, her melee damage is ridiculous. I just wish you could solo this game like you could, I'm onto my last one in the PS2 version of this game. You could actually go through a game with like one character.
Nice try, mate. I'm not feeling well.
Oh my god, she's dead. Oh my god, Wolverine's dead. Who is this guy? They are bringing in some over-P dudes. Oh, she took one hit. Almost bit it. There he is. There we go. Woo, buddy. The damage. The damage was unreal. Salah got yacked. Wolverine got one-shotted. Oh, don't do both. You dumbass. Okay, what are you doing, Juggernaut? What are you doing back there? You were stuck. Alright. One of the fragments. One of the Hulk fragments. We got a dead Wolverine. Juggernaut's big chunky ass. Needed that. Alright, what's Wolverine? There he is. Oh yeah, this boss battle was pain in the ass. So with that said, we are going to save right here and call it a night. I am done venting. It is like 2:30. It is 2:30 in the AM. So yeah, I am going to call it a night, people. For those of you guys who stopped by, thanks for stopping by. For those of you guys who stopped by later to watch this hour and 17-minute video, thanks for stopping by. Stay safe. God bless. No, didn't mean to do a screenshot. There we go.